Hello, good morning. We'll give you a second, then we'll start. Take some for a. Okay, we are discussing industrial relationship. Industrial relations हमें कौन discuss कर ले तारा objective तारा functions. What are the principles of industrial relationship? We understood a little bit on trade unions. How trade unions are helping laborer, employer. Then we studied the International Labour Organization and we are discussing International Labour Organization. What is the recommendation? What some data related to ILO, International Labour Organization, when it is formed, when it was, how many members are there, everything we discussed. Today we have one important thing. There are convention. What is convention? There are some conventions. Out of that, what India has ratified, those conventions will see today. See, India has ratified 6 out of 8 core conventions. Fundamental silo. Convention means anything coming from the employee, from trade union, some recommendations, they are turning into convention. Ratified means if, if there is a convention on benefits, on different facility, then if India thinks that if a country, if a member of organization who thinks that they have to adapt this, so they will present in the, I'm telling about the India context. So we have to plan and present it in the parliament. Parliament has two house, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha represent ହେଲା ପରେ, if they accept it, then some amendment, then it will turn into law. So it's like that. We have total 8 core convention. Core convention means fundamental conventions, which are very important. Out of 8, those 6 India has ratified. And that means ratified means India has adopted. It's like a conventions are like a uh, constitution of ILO, you can say. That means whatever they are. So we are listing here total 8. Like that, we have so many conventions, and so many India has ratified. Eight are related to core conventions. So we are studying about core conventions. These core conventions are known as fundamental conventions. People has ratified, people has accepted. Last two, seven and eight, these two are not ratified by India. One to six are ratified by India. The eight core conventions of these are eight I'm showing in the screen. The eight conventions taken together are more relevant today in the face of global economy and other challenges impinging on their welfare and livelihood of workers in all regions. You think about any worker, any employee, so how they are managing their life, how their social status, everything depends on their work, their employment. So, what are those eight? Forced labor convention, abolition of forced labor convention, equal remuneration, discrimination, minimum wage, worst form of child labor, freedom of association and protection of right to organize convention. These seven, eight are not ratified by India, are not taken by India. Right to organize and this one to six you can remember in a sequence. First labor ମାନେ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ଜବରଦସ୍ତି କାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଯୋଉ ତମେ ଦେଖିଯାଅ first labor and within bracket is written convention number. Like that, we have so many convention and their number. Convention number 29 is the forced labor convention. 105 is the abolition of forced labor. So India thinks that we should abolish. We should not have any forced labor in our country. Abolition of forced labor is one law or one regulation made by India. That is convention number 105 in International Labour Organization. Once you abolish or even eradicate all the forced labor, you have to equally distribute the remuneration. You cannot give any partiality. You have to equally distribute the remuneration. Equal remuneration convention is convention number 100. 100. You should not have any discrimination. That is the next convention. Equipment occupation convention number 111. Then once you abolish, once you give the equal remuneration, you do not have any discrimination, then you have to set a rule minimum age, the age limit. On this age, you will take or one can work. So minimum age convention. This is also important. This also India ratified. Worst form of child labor. Child labor convention. ତମେ ଦେଖିଥିବ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ଚାଇଲ୍ଡ ଲେବର ଅନେକ କନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ସାଇଟ୍ ରେ ତମ ଘରେ କିଏ କାମ କରୁଥିଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ତାଙ୍କ ପିଲା ଛୋଟ ଛୋଟ ପିଲାମାନେ ସିଏ ତାକୁ ହେଲ୍ପ ଚାଇଲ୍ଡ ଲେବର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଅଫ ଚାଇଲ୍ଡ ଲେବର ଅନେକ ସିମେଣ୍ଟ କାମ କରନ୍ତି ଅନେକ କନଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ସନ ସାଇଟ୍ ରେ କାମ କରନ୍ତି so this is one form of child labor for child labor you have to strictly define the age କୋଉ ଏଜରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଚାଇଲ୍ଡ କୁହାଯିବ କୋଉ ଏଜରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଆଡଲ୍ଟ କୁହାଯିବ you do not have the age limit defined then you cannot define what is child labor. You have to work on definition. So these are the convention India has accepted, signed, and made the law. This is what we said. India has ratified 6 out of 8 core fundamental conventions. These conventions are whatever you can remember all these six in a story. First two are forced labor. Third is equal remuneration. Fourth is discrimination. So You forward, you give the equal remuneration, you cannot have discrimination between employees. Then you have to set a minimum wage for everyone. So what is their working remuneration wage on a daily basis? You have to fix it. Then you should fix the, you should define the what is child labor based on the age you fixed. Who is the child labor? How you will call it? Whether you will be, otherwise you cannot say this is a child, this is not a child. So you have to set a age limit. These are the six out of eight. What are the eight? Other than that, there are two other. These are eight. In core convention, there are eight mentioned. Seventh and eighth, freedom of association and protection of right. So this is something India has not accepted. Right to organize and collective bargaining convention. Collective bargaining you read earlier. This is also one important topic where you have a bargaining power collectively with the management. You you raise your voice through a team to management to your employer, and those people take your issue, consider your issue, and fight for justice. So in collective bargaining, you are actually raising your point to different person to a common person who is your representative, who is talking to the management and the employer. This six you remember there is a core convention and eight out of 86 India has ratified. Before that we studied the International Labour Organization ILO members and industrial relations. What are the different policy of industrial relations, functions of industrial relations, principles of industrial relations, why industrial relationship existing, what is this relationship? Collective bargaining we read it here. How you'll prepare, what is collective bargaining, and there are process behind it. You have to prepare, you have to negotiate. There are different technique of negotiate. Then you have to bargain. Once the discussion is over, you have to maintain the agreement for both the parties. Then you have to administer the agreement. We read the tripartite. Indian labor organization is a tripartite organization because there are party from employee, party from employer, and party from government. There are three parties involved in any decision. They talk each other, they consult each other, they finally agree upon that. So because of that, it is known as tri-party. It is not bi-party. Bi-party means only two party. Tri-party means three party. There are three representatives means from government side, from employee side, from employer side. Who is giving the employment, who is working, that is the employee, and the government who is representing the state. The state representative is actually government side from they all these three they join together and they represent. We also studied before that NCL National Commission of Labor. So in the country level, who are collecting the different input. They are taking the different input from the labor organization, from the different laborer. That is the main difference. What is ILO is making? They are making standard policy law. So what we studied, that convention 8, 6 by 8, they are actually coming through this from trade union, from employee and NCL and reviewed by ILO. ILO is actually reviewing the all this recommendation and converted into different policies, different standards, and they are converting into law. Process of labor welfare, we studied that. Then we also studied different recommendation, what is recommended in different commission. So there are two commission. We studied that. There are two labor commission happened after independence. So we studied that. So what was the first recommendation? What was the second commission recommendation? So these things we discussed. So what are the different recommendation in different commissions? National Commission of Labor. We also studied the function of Labor Commission included. What is the function of Labor Commission? What Labor Commission is doing actually? There are different functions of Labor Commission. Purpose, why this National Labor Commission? What is the purpose of National Labor Commission? National Commission of Labor or National Labor Commission? What is the purpose? Why it is? What actually meant by HCL, National Labor Commission? So till now there are this commission happened. What are the recommendations we studied? So on what sense it is helping the laborer, NCL? Government of India set up a National Commission on Labor with the key motive to streamline the issues concerned to the labor force in the countries and to find genuine solution of the problems they face. This commission was also required to guide the government for the betterment of the labor force. Whatever the worker, they are actually having a lot of issues. The worker will complain through trade union will take it to commission. So the issues may be related to their financial issue, their society, their environment, their work culture, workplace, that kind of issue, their social security. International Labour Standards Convention with ratified by member state. These are non-binding. This is one important. What is non-binding? What is binding? So whatever you studied, 6 out of 8, Or the core conventions are binding. Conventions mean binding. If non-binding, if it is only recommendation or suggestion, these are non-binding. What is binding and non-binding? If it is binding, that means other equivalent court, other suppose Supreme Court has given a order. If it is binding, the other lower court can simply take that as a law and giving that as a order that this court, this bench, this judge has given the judgment. So we can simply rely on that. If it is non-binding, that means it's only a suggestion or recommendation given by judge. That is non-binding. Conventions are drawn up with input from government workers and employers. Groups at ILO are adopted by the International Labour Conference. In ratifying an ILO convention, a member state accepts it as a legally binding instrument. So it's legally binding. Then what is the role of trade union? We studied a lot of things regarding the role, and there are some facts on International Labour Organization ILO. There are some facts, there are some notes. Uh, when it was formed, who is the Director General, where is its headquarters, then what kind of award it is received. In 69, it received a Nobel Prize for improving the fraternity and peace among the nations. So because of that, it has improved a lot. Its aim is to advance the social justice and promote decent work by setting international standards. So one purpose is to define the law, define the standard, define the rules and regulations. These are some facts when one has to remember. Then these are main structure in ILO, International Labour Conference, governing body, international labor offices. So what these components are doing, these are three main component, main section of International Labour Organization. So they are drafting or collecting the recommendation they are making. uh, That is the function of International Labour Conference. Governing body is actually functioning as a council, so they are processing those things, and the International Labour Office is actually recommending, administering the entire work. So these are three. So whoever are the ILO is a big organization, and this organization we have all this subsection, all these three subsection, and they are distributing their roles and responsibility to manage the entire thing. So how things are collected, and they have different meetings, different frequency of their meetings, discussion, and how they meet, and they forward to the next level what they do. And we have given the convention in the what they do. We have given their function in the in this slide. What they do, all the three body of ILO is that principles what they are functioning together. So how they are actually reviewing the recommendation and approving it and shortlisting it and managing, administrating it. So who is doing what? How is that? Then different, we studied different labor organizations, different trade unions. What are the different trade unions available in India and how they organized and what are the benefits they are giving to the employee and how they are helping the people. We studied everything. In this slide, we studied the meaning and definition. Industrial relationship, what is the meaning and definition? Very initial class, we studied industrial relationship characteristics, objective, we studied that. Relationship model, trade union. We'll also read tomorrow in detail about trade union. We'll have an overlook of all the list. What are the trade unions available in India? Then we'll study industrial. Well, tomorrow we'll finish the syllabus and I'll check what is pending. Then we'll discuss that tomorrow class and we'll share this class note for your discussion, for your reference. You go through it and let me know if you have any questions. We can discuss that. We can analyze that further. In tomorrow class, we'll read about what are the different something detail about trade union and industrial relationship. How this relationship is, what we expect from this relationship, how this relationship is helping the employee, and why an industry towards this relation. We'll read that tomorrow. Same time we'll have class tomorrow.